right, here we go. Okay. New mics sound great. This is another episode of UFO Garage.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Joe. And this is where we talk about UFOs, aliens, and you already know all things weird. Oh.
Yeah, dude. Episode 62, man.
Episode 62, man. It's pretty great. I feel really good about it. And you know what? God damn it, you should too.
Yeah, I feel great. Also, it's an even number.
62.
But if you, what is it where you divide a number in half and it's an odd number? There's a name for that. Like it's an even number to start, but
it's called subtracting one number.
Yep. I don't. Okay.
Oh, square rooting.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Is that what it is?
Square tooting.
I'm guessing.
I think it's called square tooting.
Or is it the Pythagorean theorem?
It's the Pythagorean theorem.
Oh, crazy story really quick. When I was in school, I had this teacher, and she had like a really, really heavy accent. It was so heavy, I'm not really even sure what country she came from. But for like the longest time, dude, she taught math class and she'd be like, today we're talking about Pythagorean theorem. And like I would come home and do my homework and shit. My mom would be like, all right, what are we working on? I'm like,
pterodactyl theorem.
Pythagorean theorem or something. Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, I don't have no idea what that is. So then somebody explained to me, no, it's Pythagorean theorem. And I was like, oh shit, I should have known that.
Damn.
We don't know where this lady's from, but she doesn't say it right.
Why? I'm trying to figure out what accent that is. I don't know.
Dude, I don't know. I couldn't even do an accurate accent because it was so random. I've never heard anything else like that ever in my entire life.
I feel like everybody other than Americans are just great at math. Like that's what we're all taught by somebody else.
Yeah.
Like, come teach these dumb Americans math, man.
Oh my God, dude. Well, so I mean, yeah, dude. So we were gonna have a guest on today, but they had a little bit of a storm and their power got knocked out, so they're not able to call in because they're trying to reserve power on their phones and stuff in case they need it. Totally understandable. But we got a last minute hop in, dude. I'm pretty excited about it.
Pretty big deal. If I say so myself.
I'm pretty happy about it because he's a long time listener, man, and we go way back to the sandbox when it comes to this podcasting thing.
Yeah.
So.
And he's also got his own podcast.
That's right.
Called What If Tomorrow. His name's Philip Knight, everybody.
What's up, Phil? How you doing, man?
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Not a lot, man. Not a lot. Glad you can make it on with us tonight.
Glad to be here.
Good, man. Good. So, as we do occasionally, we've done it like 2 or 3 times now, Listener Story Corner. So it's going to be a little bit of Listener Story Corner, plus we're also just going to kind of chat with Philip tonight, man. How does that sound, Phil?
Hey, that works for me, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
You mind if I call you Phil?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
All right.
You can call me asshole. I don't care.
All right, asshole. Well, let's go with the first. Oh man. Yeah, man. So you were chit chatting with us, and I guess we're kind of getting into close to Halloween. It's 2 days away. They tried to cancel it, but you know what? All the young children, I've hacked into their computers and their iPads and tablets that they watch their cartoons on, and I've sent a video of Beastie Boys Fight for Your Right to Party.
Oh yeah.
And so now kids all over America are now going to wake up to it Saturday morning. It's like one of those things where I wake up on my computer and I hit like Control Z and then like it sends it out to the world.
Yeah.
It's one of those type deals. So everybody be ready because we're partying on Halloween night, man. But
heck yeah, man. That's bull crap. It's for the kids.
Oh, I know, dude. And everybody's wearing a mask already anyways. It's Halloween.
Absolutely. Well, the best thing to do is take it off and dress up that way.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. They should have just, instead of trying to cancel Halloween, they should have been like, let's encourage everybody to be doctors. And then like you would have to wear a mask anyways. And like then it would have been like a way cooler approach to trying to get people to stay safe, man.
There would have been like a bipartisanship statement about like slutty doctors versus real doctors though. Like there'd be a movement. It's that would have happened. Like some famous actress would have been like, you know what? Kids, I know it's tempting to show up as a slutty doctor, but in these trying times, do not take that mask off and keep those clothes down tight near your ankles and your wrists.
And then I would chime in and I would be like, hey, doctors can be sluts too. I fight for slutty doctors' rights.
They need rights too.
Yes, man. Yes. Well, Phil, man. So you were telling us that you got a couple paranormal stories.
Yeah, I've had several experiences throughout my life. Man, I guess I want to reserve a couple of them because we've got a Halloween episode dropping at midnight tomorrow night for Halloween.
Oh, hell yeah,
but-
dude. Plug it, man, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, we're just finishing up on our kind of Halloween season shows and stuff like that. We did was it Ghost dropped
Vampires
Tuesday
too,
night.
didn't you?
Yeah,
we did
vampires. That was cool.
We did the zombie apocalypse, kind of our preparedness show. What else did we do? Witches and witchcraft.
Yep.
We finished out. We had a special guest on. Man, this lady's like an encyclopedia when it comes to this stuff. And my co-host Mark and her, they're in an actual paranormal group. I don't know if you guys have listened to the show or whatever.
Cool. Oh yeah.
But yeah, dude, she made me and Mark look like idiots. My mind was blown. This lady knew. So.
Oh man, yeah. Like when people start, like when there's like people who are like really like experts in the subject, like, dude, the mind blowing just doesn't stop.
Oh man, it's crazy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know, man. It's like, like, because we do the UFO thing, and it's like, we started out, we were talking about this earlier on how, like, it was like, we were like alien light, like, we watched some Ancient Aliens and saw some shit on YouTube, and like, it was just something cool that we were going to talk about. But now it's like, we've heard so many, like, people talk and, like, legit people, and it's like, man, this is a lot more mind-blowing than you would think. And even in the paranormal side of it, it's like, dude, there's so much more to like the paranormal aspect than just like seeing some foggy shit in the hallway. You know what I'm saying? Or just thinking it's Casper the Friendly Ghost, man. It's so in depth and it's just so interesting.
Man, when I was talking with her and on the show, she kind of touches on it, but we kind of left it alone, because it wasn't really what we were covering, and for the first time, I think we stayed on topic the entire show. But but yeah, I mean, she touches on aliens, she touches on time slips. She's got a lot of knowledge, and if you guys want, man, I will see if she'd be interested in coming on your show.
Oh, that would be cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys, I mean, she's phenomenal. She's got all the knowledge. She told me on the show that she's got like 50 books that she's kind of taking notes and just personal notes, like notebooks and stuff.
Yeah.
She's got them on the wall and she's constantly studying ley lines and all that stuff. So maybe up your guys' alley as well.
Damn, that sounds awesome.
That's crazy. 50 books. That's not like a career of book writing. That's like you put an encyclopedia together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn,
yeah, but man, she's going to come back on here when we're going to go down the road on Mandela effect and stuff like that, and she's got a lot of knowledge about that as well. So we're going to.
Oh, that's cool. Has that episode aired yet?
Yeah, it came on. It downloaded there at we had it drop late Tuesday night, or no, it'd be Monday midnight on Tuesday, I guess.
Okay, I got to the vampire episode. Is it before or after that?
After it's the next episode.
I just haven't gotten to it yet. All right, dope. Because that's the next one then, if that's the case. So
hell yeah,
I'm excited to listen to that one. Yes.
Yeah, it was really good. That was probably my favorite episode so far.
That's awesome, man. Dude, yeah. I dig your podcast. And again, it's What If Tomorrow podcast, guys. Go check it out. But dude, I mean, y'all show is good, man. It's so cool because it's just like it's exactly what I want to listen to. It's just a couple people sitting around just bantering and putting together ideas. It's like,
yeah,
it's good.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, and
I
then
really do.
you have your son on and stuff like that's your son, right?
One show he was on for.
Yeah.
I think it was Ancient Civilizations or something like that.
Yeah. That was a cool one too, man. But yeah, I definitely dig it.
Hell yeah. So
yeah, we're having a good time. I mean, it's just, that's all it is anyway. It's just for fun. And like you guys said, it's a good excuse to sit around and drink beer and BS.
Dude,
Definitely.
yes. Yeah, that's like one of the main things
Absolutely.
that we realized. So, so tell us a little bit about, I mean, maybe not go into about the guest itself, but like you said, you're talking to this chick that like knows her shit. Did you guys talk about any experiences that you had, or can you maybe give a little bit of a way?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, there were some I didn't share. The ones I'm not going to share are the ones that are on the Halloween episode, obviously.
Perfect.
But yeah, guys, I mean, I've had a lifetime of experiences. Not so much here. I mean, I'm in my 40s, but not so much here later in life. But as a kid, and that seems to be just a kind of a running commonality, I guess you could say. For it all starts when they're kids.
Yeah.
I think the earliest one I remember is I was probably 4, maybe 5. We were living in a 3-bedroom home, and my 2 older brothers and I shared a room. My sister had a room, and my parents, it was a 3-bedroom home.
Yeah.
And there's a big pane window that I remember on the west side of the house, on the west side of the bedroom. And when laying, I mean, I could look out the window and all that. But man, one night I remember, it looked like something was trying to like peek down the window.
Ooh.
Almost.
From the top of the window, or?
Yeah, from the top of the window.
Oh shit.
And my head's at the bed next to the door, and then my brother's on the other side, or my oldest brother's on the other side of the room next to the door. But man, this thing just kept peeking down. It kept peeking down. It kept peeking down. And it was like all of a sudden it came through the window.
What?
And hit my brother. Right. And it was almost like a little bit of a struggle going on, and it shot out the door into the house.
Whoa! So was it like a foggy apparition looking thing, or was it
kind
like
of?
Whoa!
Kind of.
Did it have like a color or anything to it?
It was nights. I honestly can't remember.
Yeah.
But we'd always see shadows move across the wall. I mean, it was like almost a parade. It was kind of a novelty almost. I remember we'd lay on the living room floor. This was in the early 80s. And
they didn't have electricity then.
Yeah. I still remember having a black and white TV, guys.
I don't think they had doors either, right?
I was born in '87. I caught the tail end of it. We had just discovered the popcorn machine.
Right, yeah. I mean, we just got wood on our floors, it was dirt. So
we didn't have to walk on dirt anymore. It was awesome.
That's right. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't uncommon. We'd lay in the living room floor and watch these shadows go across the wall, different sizes, different shapes.
Whoa, that's crazy.
It wasn't anything bad, but then fast forward a few years, we moved. My parents bought my great grandfather's home, and I touch on this in our last show a little bit, but he passed, I think, in 1980, so I barely remember who he was. My older siblings remember him better than I do, obviously. But he passed on. My parents bought the house and started remodeling and all that. And it wasn't uncommon at night. You'd hear footsteps. The chair would rock. Pictures would float out a little bit, fall off the walls. Doors would open and shut. Yeah, but it became so common that you got used to it. You didn't think anything of it. It was just, it was Grandpa.
Damn.
There's something else. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just like connecting with you for a moment, if you don't mind. Like the rocking chair is a thing that I've experienced as well. So I'm just curious, what kind of rocking chair? I'm just being super weird and specific. Like, could you describe the rocking chair just for a second?
Well, it was just an old plush brown rocking chair.
Yeah.
But yeah, the doors would open and close as well.
So like was it a wooden kind of rocking chair where easily wind would push it, or was it one of those heavy?
The Super Rocker 3000. You get it out of the Sears catalog, dude.
It wasn't huge by any means, but where it was sitting in the house, there was no wind to get to it.
Right. Yeah. So same experience. Yeah. Sorry. Keep going. You said there's no way that wind would get to it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Then throughout growing up, like I said, we got used to it. We just didn't think anything else of it. Another thing happened that I shared in my next show, but I don't really want to go into it.
Save it for the
Halloween episode.
Yeah.
It wasn't scary, or it kind of was. It was unnerving. I want to back up a little bit before we moved into that house. We'd moved out of the first home, and we moved out to this old farmhouse just outside of town. Now, I grew up in a town of about 100 people. Podunk, USA.
God's country.
Yeah. I mean, it's home.
Hell yeah.
And
me and Ben grew up in a small ass town too, man.
Cornfields
I
everywhere.
wouldn't trade.
Yeah. Oh, I loved it,
That was
dude.
great.
I loved it so much. I actually moved back home. Like I moved back there. Like I grew up, and then I was like, yeah, the city kind of sucks. I'm gonna go back home. And
Yeah.
it's
yeah,
amazing. It's so peaceful.
Yeah, when I left, when I went in the military, I said, man, I'm never coming back. Well, here 20 years later, I'm back home, or not far from it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Except I don't have any neighbors now, so I'm out in the wide open. I think my nearest neighbor's 3/4 of a mile away. So
That's awesome.
I bet that's quiet. Dude.
Yeah.
oh man, I love it.
Can you see the stars pretty well at night? Or are you out of town?
Oh yeah. We got a big yard light that causes a lot of pollution, but other than that, it's not bad at all.
You got one of those like big spotlights in your backyard or some shit.
Pretty much.
Oh my gosh. Hey, real quick before I know you have a point, I just wanted to clarify that the rocking chair, there was a point to that. Real quick.
Okay.
There was a point
go
to
ahead,
that.
man.
Because we had this rocking chair that my grandfather always sat in. It was a wicker rocking chair. It was just wood. There wasn't any big cushions on it. It wasn't heavy. It was like this light rocking chair. So we never knew if it was the wind, but anytime we'd be talking about my grandfather, it would start rocking, and it was weird.
Dude.
Yeah.
And we would notice, we'd be deep into conversation. We'd look over and like, oh shit, Gladman.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Wow.
So anyway, I know I got awkward about it because I didn't know if you had any more to say about that or.
No, you're fine. It's just now that you mentioned about that, we even changed chairs. It was a rocking chair still. It's a different one of those swivel glider things my dad really liked, and both chairs would rock.
Whoa.
It wasn't just the one. It was kind of just anytime a rocking chair was there, it would rock.
Dang, that's nuts, man.
That is crazy.
Woo!
But again, I'm going to back up to the old farmhouse just outside of town. My parents were renting, and excuse me, I've been fighting the cough for like a month now. But I was taking a bath. I was around 6, I think, and the bathtub was right next to this old window. And we didn't have air conditioning, anything like that. So, it was summertime. The window was open. Yeah, and we're looking at probably 4 foot off the ground. Yeah, it was nighttime. I'm not saying it was, but I'm not saying it wasn't a kid's imagination,
Yeah.
But I remember it 40 years later, or almost 40 years later, like it was yesterday. And, but I remember looking out the window and this thing, I don't know what the hell it was, but I remember the shape of the head was a fox.
Ooh.
Whoa.
And it looked at me and grinned.
What?
And I started screaming, being 6 years old, I probably pissed in the tub, so,
What? I don't think I've ever had a bath where I didn't take a pee in the tub.
yeah.
I mean, it's just you.
I mean, do you do it? But do you do it at the beginning of your bath or the end of your bath?
The beginning.
Oh no! You gotta do it at the
That's
end.
when it feels so.
Oh man, John!
You're in a pool of balls testicle tea anyway.
The new Johnson and Johnson piss soap. Oh,
Adolescence bathwater.
oh my god.
Now with new pee.
It's good for your skin. Oh shit. Dude.
I bathed in my own pee for 20 years and my bottom looks like a 13-year-old child. And I'm 74.
Oh my god, dude.
Okay, sorry, I need to go back.
No, you're all right, man. You guys are good. But yeah, being as young as I was, I started screaming and my mom ran out. I looked back out there, it was gone. Again, I can't say it was, but I can't say it wasn't my imagination.
It was enough for you to scream, though.
Yeah, it scared the crap out of me.
I see. I don't buy that it wasn't something other than your imagination. I don't buy
the
it.
fact that like you have like a vivid like memory of like a fox, like a head of a fox,
Right.
I don't know, like child's, just imagination or something. I mean, I could see it making something up like that, but then at the same time, like, it's a child's imagination. Why wouldn't it be something completely different than a fox?
Yeah.
Right.
Like a gummy bear or like some, gack or like your favorite toy or whatever. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that's nuts.
But I know it wasn't a fox because it was like 4 foot off the ground, because you had your foundation, then plus the distance from the lower part of the window to the base of the house,
So when you say 4 foot off the ground, does that mean his head was 4 feet tall?
No, it was like it was standing up looking in the window.
Oh, okay. Got it. Oh, okay. So through the window, and it's not one of those like frosted windows, right? It's like
no, it was just an old window with a screen on it,
Do you think you had like maybe like a dog man sighting as a kid?
I don't know.
Like
I don't know, but honestly, I am like really drawn to the dog man. Really interested in it. I mean, Bigfoot's okay, but I'd rather look into the dog man and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know.
A lot of people talk about the dog man. We've had a couple of listeners, comment about it, as you probably on the group. Like, yeah, there's a few people that are really interested in Dogman. And I think what I've gathered is once you really look into it, like as we did, we were like, it sounds fucking dumb right off the bat, but when you start looking into it, okay, there's some like legit stories going on. Like it seems like something to look into. And it's weird that it only happens in a certain part of the United States, right?
Well, from what I understand, it's all over. I've heard stories from Texas, South Texas, coming across the border, Louisiana, big time down there, up north, Michigan. Then I heard another one is like up in Alaska, and it was this dude saw a Bigfoot fighting a dog man.
Whoa!
They're like arch nemesis or some crap. I don't know, but
shit.
Yeah,
No.
it's been.
No, I am the king cryptid. No, I'm the king cryptid.
Oh my god!
But we kind of touch on it a little bit on our show. Well, no, it's on our Halloween show. Dang it.
Well, don't give too much away.
I won't. But it's a new cryptid that I've never heard of. I mean, it's not new. It's an Indian legend, because I'm not far from Oklahoma, so there's a lot of reservation and tribal stuff, and it's all down around Ponca City, Oklahoma, which is maybe an hour or so, hour and a half, kind of southwest of.
Is Ponca the name of the tribe that's primarily in that area?
Yes.
Okay.
Used to be. Now it's all kind of tied into the Cherokee, I think.
Okay.
They've kind of taken all the different smaller tribes in.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that's all I remember of that one.
So you're in the bathtub at 6 years old, or did you say?
Yeah.
And then
somewhere.
And then you see through a window, a clear window. There's no drapes or like frosting on it or whatever, and you see this fox face looking at you, and it grins.
Yeah.
Whoo!
That's great. Maybe Chris Holmes will know something about that.
Because Chris is
he likes the foxes.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll know like some kind of what was he talking about on her show? Like
He was talking
everybody
about-
has some kind of troublemaker in their life or like anything they do. Yeah, I don't know.
It was his animal kin, and there's something where he relates to the fox because it's a trickster, and everybody has a trickster in their life in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that trickster will manifest itself as a fox, a red fox, or a black fox, or a brown fox, or a white fox. I think in Chris's case, it's a white fox. But I mean, I've never seen a fox grin at me. I have seen a few foxes out at the place where I used to live in Texas here, but they're like such majestic creatures. They don't want you to see them.
no.
Right.
So the fact that there's this fox grinning at you.
So what did your mom say?
She, obviously, she ran in trying to figure out what was going on, and it was gone. So she really didn't say. She chalked it up to me being a little kid and scared to death or whatever.
Man.
Dude, I had one of the most. I looking back, I feel like I was a pretty imaginative kid, and I don't think I've ever had an experience like that. So I mean, that seems pretty profound to me. I believe you in the fact that, like, I love that you were like, hey, I don't know what it was, but this is what I saw. But dude, I'm saying there's something to that, man. Whether it be a screen memory or I don't know, I'm not. I'm just bullshitting.
It wasn't one of those, the ow, 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 ow,
Right, ow, yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know what it was. I honestly can't say. And I try to look back on all of the experiences I've had and trying to look at them with a little bit of healthy skepticism, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
I respect that a lot, man.
And I just can't explain this. Granted, it was almost 40 years ago, but I can't say one way or another.
Yeah. Well, I think it gives your story a little bit more validity, just being like, hey, dude, I'm not saying it was anything. I just don't know what it is. That's probably the best thing anybody can say. I mean, people listening to this podcast have stories. Everybody has a story.
Yep.
I feel like, and if you've been listening to our show long enough, like, everybody's got the story. And as long as you come at it with, the mindset of, bro, I don't know what it was, man. Then I think we're going to be okay.
Yep. And I think we're all in the same boat. I want to believe so much, but you kind of have to temper that,
Yeah, for sure. For other people listening to the story, also for your own sanity, and also your wife's. Right.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
I feel bad because with my wife,
with my wife,
it was very nice.
not. Yeah, I mean,
yes.
sorry, Amanda.
No, yes.
No, Amanda's amazing.
It's weird because I go into that you don't want to hear any of this shit, right? It's weird because here lately she's been asking me more questions and stuff, and I really don't, I'll occasionally say something like, hey, we got this person coming on the guest. This is coming on the show, and this is what they do, and I think that's cool. And she's like, oh yeah, that is cool. But here lately she's been asking me more questions, digging. And it's weird because you just assume my wife doesn't want to hear about that. So now I'm having this weird internal battle. Does she really care? Because if she does, I'm about to talk her ear off for the next hour and a half. But if she's gonna just turn it on for 5 minutes and then turn it off for the rest of the hour, I'm not gonna waste my time.
Yeah,
right. I don't have to worry about it. My wife's not listening to one episode, so
She's like, I got shit to do today.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, man.
She's taking care of kids and all that, and she just kind of lets me have my space, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, dude.
I mean, yeah, you guys put on a great production, man. I'm just, so how does your, now that we're on the topic of wives, is there any kind of hey, so just don't talk about politics too much? Has that come across or come up at all? Because it has for me.
No, not really. She just kind of stays out of it. I mean, I'll talk to her a little bit about it, and she'll be like, "That's cool," and that's where it stops. So, I mean,
That's perfect, man.
Yeah.
That's like A+, if you ask me. That's great.
Hell yeah, man.
yeah, you know, she's been supportive all through this, you know, and she just kind of stays out of it. You know, I told you, you know, you gotta listen. You gotta listen. Well, okay, whatever. You know, so
Yeah,
that's about as far as it goes.
That's so awesome. Yeah, my wife is the same way. She's like, look, I know you used to play music. Like, I've been playing music, like, here in Austin, 6th Street is like the party street that everybody goes to. I've been playing down there since I was like in the 6th grade, dude. Like,
Right.
like I've been playing music for so long. And then like when it stopped, it was like I had no outlet for myself whatsoever. And my wife was like, dude, you need an outlet. Go do that. I think that's cool. Like it was just awesome that she was so supportive about it.
Oh yeah.
So even if they don't care, you know, it's just awesome to have the support. It's nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah. She's never said anything about it. Mark and I, we record about every 2 weeks. We'll get a couple shows in. Up until, I don't know, about 2 weeks ago, I was, you know, like I said, I've been fighting a cough, so my voice wasn't going to make it. So I was like, man, I got to knock off. I can't do it, unfortunately. But
yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on tonight. Your voice sounds great.
I appreciate it, man. I've been fighting it, but I think I'm on the downhill side of it.
You've been, you've been ripping the 4-footer, dude.
I'm sorry.
You've been ripping the 4-footer. You know your old bongy bong.
Oh no!
You know, fight the terrible cough, man. It's a battle we all struggle with.
What were those bongs called? Like the Helix or something like that? The Helix bongs, dude. My brother had a fucking like the 4-foot. We put ice in different chambers.
Like you need a team member to light it at the bottom type of bong.
Yeah. Like walkie talkies. Like, all right, light it.
Oh, dude, yes.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. So
yeah, I can't imagine like being stoned in front of kids. I mean, that sounds...
Well, I can't do it because of my job. So I got to deal with the FAA and all that stuff. So
yeah, FFA, are you listening? See, he's responsible.
FAA, not FFA.
I said FAA, dude. That's what I said, dude.
No, you said Future Farmers of America. That's what you said.
That's what. All right. Well.
Oh, dude.
So, all right. Yeah, Phil. So you told us 2 stories. Was that you? I can't remember if you said you were saying 2 stories, and then there was more on the next podcast.
No, he had to go back so he could tell us about the farmhouse.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, I've got several more. So
oh shit, let's do it, dude. Hell yeah.
Let's see. I'll fast forward then. So when I was in the military, there's a couple. One of them is on the next. So on the next episode comes out, and I'll leave that one. But one I didn't. When my oldest son was born, my ex-wife now. We were living in a trailer house, I don't know, about 3 miles or so off base, you know, and our landlady's dad died there. You know, he was in the house when he died and all that.
Whoa.
Like of old age or like can't.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah,
it wasn't like
wasn't
murdered.
anything, no. It wasn't anything bad. But we had my oldest son, you know, in the bed. He was sleeping, and my wife and I were laying there in bed, kind of watching TV, and he started getting fussy, you know, as little babies do. And then he heard it sound like somebody was patting on his diaper.
Whoa.
And he calmed right down. I got up like, what the hell's going on here? And walk in there was nobody there.
He calmed down as you were hearing the patting of the.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And
creeps me out, dude.
Fuck that, dude. Nope.
Yeah, that's why we never invested in the damn video cameras, you know, for when you monitor the kids and stuff. Hell no.
Yeah,
that's why you didn't invest. You're like scared of what you're gonna find.
Oh my God. It's a good idea, dude, because you know, I've got a little baby now, and we got one of those cameras, and it was like at the beginning it was great. And then the day we found out that she could officially like climb up on stuff,
Right.
it was like a weekend, man, and I'm sitting there and I'm playing a game on my laptop, and I have the monitor there so I can see the baby while she's sleeping. And dude, I didn't look at it for a few minutes, and then like I looked over and I saw an eyeball in the camera, and it scared the shit out of me, dude. I freaked out, and then she like fell back on her butt, and I was like, whoa. That's a thing now. Like, she can stand up on stuff. But, dude, like, the initial experience freaked me out so bad.
Oh, I bet.
Because she was curious as to what it was, I guess, and tried to grab it. But, dude, it was, like, right on her face.
Oh, my
I was like,
God.
no!
That's terrifying.
It's happening!
It's like river monsters, or like where you just see the eye come up with the camera.
Yeah. Oh, it tripped me out, man. It tripped me out.
Holy shit.
Fuck. But dude, I can't imagine like if I heard something patting the diaper. Oh my god!
Yeah. So what happened after that? You're like, what do you?
He was back to sleep. You know, he calmed down, and we're like, "What the hell just happened?"
What?
And it was probably, I don't know, it was probably a month or two later. My sister-in-law, my ex's younger sister, had come up to spend the night. And I was working night shift. And there, I mean, we worked, some nights we'd work 8 hours, some nights we'd work 16, 17 hours, you know, it just depended.
Yeah.
But she had crawled into bed with my wife, and there was a mirror pointing on the wall, but it pointed down the hallway. And she said that she heard somebody walking down the hallway and saw a reflection in the mirror, so she didn't think anything of it, thought I went to the bathroom, and she went and got in bed. Well, I didn't get home until like daylight. You know, she's like, "What the hell?" You know.
Wait, you said she saw it go into the bathroom?
Yeah, she thought it was him.
She thought it was me getting home from work, and I was still at work. I didn't get home until like 2 or 3 hours later.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
But again, I mean, I've never. Well, I can't say never. I've never really, aside from a couple instances, and one I'll touch on, I can't say if it was real or not. Again, that's one of those things that has stuck with me over years, but I can't say I've had really very many negative experiences. Like the house I live in now, you know, it was built in like 1860. Just a farmhouse.
Damn.
And as soon as we moved in, I was like, man, there's something here. You can feel it. You can just feel the energy. And it's hard to explain if you can't do it. I don't claim that I'm an empath or anything like that by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
But I believe everybody has the ability if you can just learn how to tune into it.
Oh yeah.
I am on board with that, my friend. Like, I mean, the fact that you have a podcast and you're just obviously a curious mind. I think anybody that has a curious mind, there's a reason for that, and you seek the truth. And
yeah,
I think all of those same people that I'm talking about, if it's almost like a horoscope, right? Like, oh, that applies to me. Well, this will also apply to literally everybody that has a curious mind.
Yeah.
That when you walk into a room, you can feel vibes.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, for sure.
Like, and like you're saying, Phil, like you can't explain it to anybody else that hasn't had that experience.
Right.
And it's not to all the time physical. Like sometimes I'll get chills when I walk into certain rooms or something, and I'll ask like, "Hey, how long have you lived here?" I don't know. I just moved here. So sometimes you don't really know.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like when we walked in, there's this famous museum in Taylor where Joe and I grew up. I walked into the Moody Museum. Have you ever walked into like museums, Phil?
Yeah.
Where you felt fucking weird as soon as you walked into, like some shit's happened.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But myself, now that we're kind of on this, but when I'm in a crowd of people, I have to close up because I will get so anxious
Yeah.
And I just got to back off. I've got to leave. I mean, even if Walmart's crowded, I'm like, I got to get the hell out of here, or I'm gonna overload.
Dude.
Yeah.
I think we're the same. I think I'm definitely on that vibe, dude. I hate fucking crowds. I think it's an overload of energies.
I think so.
Sometimes my wife, she'll make me go to Bed Bath & Beyond, and I get the feeling of like I have diarrhea and I have to leave immediately.
Well, I can't honestly say I've been in one, but they got toilets there, don't they?
They do, but it's still not
they're
pleasant.
they're all on display.
Yeah, display. They get mad at you when you use them.
Joe, how many toasters have you pooped in at Bed Bath & Beyond?
6.5. You don't want to know about the half. Oh, dude, but the energies, man, like, yes, like I feel that too. I'm kind of the opposite. Like if I'm in a super crowded area, though, I feel like my energy like ramps up.
Well, it depends.
Really?
Like if we're playing music, I agree.
Yeah.
If you're performing or doing something with a purpose, like
that makes sense. Yeah,
gives
Yeah,
me. But when
you feed off of it.
yeah, absolutely. And then, but when I go to ACL or South by Southwest,
when you have to watch another band play,
R.I.P. Yeah. I don't know. I'm interjecting here, but like that vibe when you're around a bunch of people, Phil. So you're saying like it's almost like your energy gets depleted and you feel that lack of dopamine and feel goodness, and now all that's left is anxiety.
Yeah, that would be it.
Yeah. So I forget where we were at with that. But you said
I was talking about the house that I live in now.
Yeah, the energies of it.
Yeah, you could feel it. Then my aunt, she lives just up the road from me. So I called her, said, "Hey, come out and check our new house out," and this and that, and she is very sensitive. I don't know how much stock you guys put into like the psychic phenomena and all that.
I've started to put more stock into it as we've kind of gone down this road. Dude, right. I mean, like when we first started this, dude, we were like, I don't know about this psychic shit and like the corny, like
the energies
and stuff like that. But dude, I mean, I'm really starting to come around to it. I really am. I feel like, and to be completely honest, I feel like there's like 90% of it is total bullshit, but you occasionally run into that 10% that's like, holy crap, like. Yeah,
I would agree with that. These guys that are out trying to make a killing, what was his name? Edwards or whatever, I think he was a scam.
You mean the dude that was like a medium talking?
Yeah.
Oh, what was his fucking name, dude? He was like communicating with the dead.
Yeah. Like was it John Edwards? That sound right,
dude? I think that's it. Edwards, John Edwards. Oh my god,
he was a former American senator.
That's not it.
He was a lawyer, a former politician from North Carolina.
No, wasn't that guy.
Presidential nomination 2004. Oh man.
Yeah, no, it's anyway. John Edwards, singular. John Edward
McGee Jr.
I don't remember. But I think you're right. I think there's a lot of people out there trying to scam people. But I also think there's several that are out there trying to be genuine. Like I said, though, my aunt, she is very, very sensitive, and she came in, was kind of showing through the house, and she said, "There's something here, right?" Oh, I was like, "Yeah, I know it's here." I said, "It's not. I don't feel anything from it. I don't feel anything bad, like bad vibes or anything." She's like, "No, it's not bad." She said, "It's here."
This is like after you bought the house and everything?
Yeah, we were moving in.
Whoa.
And my 16-year-old, he's made comments, and actually the room I'm in right now, he said he's had a few experiences in here, but it doesn't bother me. I guess growing up with it and all that, it just doesn't bother me.
Huh?
That's a pretty crazy. I mean, yeah, just being able to say that, hey, it doesn't bother me because I'm used to this shit. I mean,
right?
That's pretty awesome.
But it was kind of funny because my wife never experienced anything like that. I call her my midlife crisis because she's 10 years younger than I am. I think she was born the same year as you.
Nice.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what's up.
Good job, Phil.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And so I call her my midlife crisis and all, and she just kind of chuckles and shakes her head at me, But no, she's never experienced anything. But it was within probably a month or so, and I don't remember if I shared this on the Halloween show or not, and it doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal. But
anyway, we're gonna get people that listen to this show to listen to your show, like regardless. I don't know if we're probably not going to take away.
No. Yeah. I'm honestly not worried about it. But she was laying in, we were asleep, man. I sleep like a rock. I mean, I don't care where I'm at. When I sleep, I sleep. And she's waking me up. Babe, the house is on fire. I'm like, what? So I kind of wake up.
Uh-oh.
And at the foot of the bed was a fog.
Whoa.
And she woke up and saw it. And she thought the house was on fire. The smoke alarms weren't going off or anything like that. Well, right in front of my eyes, I saw it, and it just kind of dissipated and cleared up.
What?
And it was gone, so.
Whoa. And your wife saw this too?
Yeah, she's the one who woke me up.
Oh, shit.
Thinking the house was on fire. So,
dude. Okay, so there's a fog at the foot of the bed. What do?
I just kind of shook it off. I mean, I'm trying to look at everything and
make sure the house isn't on fire. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I realized the house isn't on fire, and it dissipated. And I'm like, well, okay. That's whoever is here.
Damn.
So that's just kind of shake it off and go on, So.
I love that frame of mind. You're like, hey, it's almost, okay, this might be a bad analogy, but it's almost like, okay, when you take psychedelics, you are in for a ride and you have to submit. And your mindset has to be, whatever happens, I'm going to be fine.
Yeah.
It's not here to hurt me. It's almost like that same mindset has to be applied to the paranormal.
And it's also kind of like, what am I going to do about it anyways?
Right, yeah. There's nothing you can do.
You're like, it's happening.
You have to.
You can't back out now.
That kind of made me think, this is kind of another stupid rant, but what if ghosts show up on foggy days? Like, what if the highest amount of ghost sightings would be on like a foggy day because they enjoy that kind of weather or something, and you just wouldn't know about it? Like, how sucky would that be? Like when you go through like a forest or something, on like a foggy morning, like you wouldn't be able to see it.
Also, there might be some science to that because there's more water molecules floating around in the air.
Right.
Therefore, there's a lot of energy in those molecules.
Dude, I wonder if the temperature has anything to do with the way a ghost can manifest. You know what I'm saying? Because in hot weather, molecules move faster, right? And you can get more humidity. But in the cooler weather, molecules move slower, and there's like less humidity usually, right?
Now, talking to Jess over on the Ghost Show, we were kind of discussing Christmas and how my total dislike for it.
Yeah.
And
that's you and Joe. You and Joe hate Christmas.
Oh, dude, I hate it. I hate Christmas. But it's not the holiday itself. It's the bull crap that comes along with it. You're competing with yourself. Yeah. Everybody's pissed off.
Right.
I agree.
And I asked her that. I said, how the way my logic works, I guess. I asked her. I said, do you have more activity around Christmas because of all the negativity in the air? Because you can't really say you're in the Christmas spirit if you're, trampling over somebody going into a store on Black Friday.
Right.
Fuck yeah, dude.
She said, no, believe it or not, it's around Halloween. That's the highest point of activity.
Huh.
And she said from the end of September to the end of November is the highest activity.
Wow.
And interesting. That kind of, I found it really interesting on it.
Yeah, that's super. Oh man, I want to dive deep in speculation here. Dive deep into the deep end of speculation pool. And
and I asked her. I said, so is that where the traditions and stuff behind Halloween come from? Because this was such an active time. And she's like, without a doubt.
That's originally why people would wear masks and stuff, correct? And they would go door to door, offering you gifts, but people would have masks on to like kind of try to blend in with the spirits that would come alive. And so people would always say, you go door to door and they would offer you gifts, not knowing if you were a spirit or a human. Obviously, you probably did know, but you would do it just kind of as a gesture of like, I'm offering gifts to the appearing spirits at this time.
Right.
I did not know that. That is interesting. Who had Crunch Bars in 1865?
They would offer little gifts like oils and things like that.
Okay, so, I did hear that one of the gifts that was a popular gift was like animal fat.
Maybe
because like you need animal fat to like survive cold winters and like keep your vitamins and stuff. I don't know. This is a random little thing, but like the masks and gifts and everything, and the time of year. Like I've heard there's the All Hallows Eve and something having to do with the harvest, right? So which is it? I think is it just everything happens at the same time? Is it just thousands or maybe millions of years of human evolution? Harvest always comes around this time of year when it starts to get cold and we're saving up for shit, and that's when people die and get sick, and it's just like epigenetics of human nature that subscribe to this overcoming like feeling of death or something,
right? Yeah,
was that
Yeah, I don't know. She left me with a lot of unanswered questions. We're just moving on with the conversation.
Sorry, dude. I just fucking rant.
Oh, dude, that's all right, man. That was me. I mean, my mind was blown with her, and just the knowledge she had, and it's active knowledge because they do this. They go up and they investigate places and then they help people out, and it's pretty cool deal. Like I said, I mean, I'll talk to her and see if she might be interested to come on your guys' show if you guys are interested.
Hell yeah.
But I know she's big into time slips. She's big into obviously the paranormal. I think all aspects.
Hell yeah.
And for what Mark was saying, she works at home. She's an artist, but in her off time, all she does is research.
Damn. That's a lot of research.
Yeah. But yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. I want to just stay home and do art and then research. That's so awesome. Like, you gotta be like a real badass and like have major confidence to just be like, you know what? Fuck the system. I'm gonna draw a picture today and sell that shit.
Yep. I don't know if I get very far with stick figures or not, but I'd like to try it.
Dude, you could create your own stick figure universe.
I'll buy it.
Right.
Everybody has names. Each stick figure has like a story. Oh, dude. And we can combine it with our nanobot movie.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You could totally do a children's book with stick figures and interweave the concept of preparedness.
Yeah.
Tie it into your podcast.
That's actually a really good idea.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, I don't have a terrible time, but it gets difficult sometimes just trying to come up with the preceding story, for the show and or whatever.
It almost feels like a little overwhelming when you think about the concept of what you're doing a podcast about. It's kind of an ever-changing thing. I mean, at least it was for me, just kind of thinking, you feel like I'm going to start this UFO podcast, but like eventually you'd think you'd run out of stuff, but you really don't. I mean, I think we get in ruts, but I think it always picks back up. I think the same could be said about the topic that you were talking about because it's so diverse, because you can apply that concept of preparedness and the idea of what if tomorrow this shit happened,
Yeah.
You can apply it to so much.
Yeah, and it's ours is more. It's more. It started out being about preparedness, and then we just kind of already shifted. We're only, the special episode, counting that, we're 14 episodes in, and it's really just kind of shifted. And Mark and I got to talking. I was like, man, a lot of preparedness is the same stuff. So why don't we just do a preparedness episode at the first of the month? Like our next episode, when we get a chance to record, is going to be about meteor strikes.
Yeah.
Because, there's supposed to be a meteor pass by like the day before the election, like Monday.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
And plus there's been several, like 20 some odd near misses this year with asteroids and stuff.
Didn't they run the numbers, and the numbers are you're more likely to get hit by this asteroid than die of COVID? Wasn't that the
something like that.
That was kind of weird. It was like you had like a point. It was like a 0.84 chance or a 0.845, some shit like that for the asteroid hitting, and then the COVID was 0.06 or some shit.
Yeah,
it was funny.
We decided that's going to be. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, do you guys get that? Like, do you think about politics in that way? Like the way that media is construing shit, like that specific percentage, like that seems political to me.
It's very, very, very much so is.
Yeah, I don't. We try to avoid it. We did our Civil War and our riot episodes. That was probably about as close to politics as we want to get.
Yeah.
Because you're just going to do nothing but piss people off.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. You guys are such nice guys. I don't think you'll, I don't know, whatever. But dude, so I don't think I've told, maybe I have, but maybe I haven't. But I actually, when I moved to Austin, I worked for a company called Survival Life. Did I already tell you the story? So it was this company called Survival Life, and it was a survival preparedness website blog that like sold bug out bags and like knives and fire starters and all kinds of goodies. And we used to, my team and I used to do all the graphics, web and video for all these like special products that we would sell and shit. So when we first connected, I've been meaning to like tell you about that. Have you ever heard of Survival Life at all? I don't think it's a thing. Yeah. I don't think it's a thing anymore. Maybe it is, but
I haven't seen anything from them for a long time. But when I first started, I guess when I first started paying more attention, I wouldn't call myself a diehard prepper. I would consider myself more of just your average guy that just, I don't know what I'd call myself, but
just wants to be prepared.
Maybe just a casual, just somebody just casually. I don't invest in underground bunkers, and all it'd be cool, but
that's at the high percentage for sure.
Right. I just look at things and try to make sure my family's prepared, and just in case. I look at that. My wife, she's definitely on board with that, and luckily, the great shit paper shortage of 2020, we were prepared for that.
Shit paper. Well, there's a point to this. Is like, so I just wanted to get your opinion on this, because when COVID happened and like grocery stores were filled and you couldn't buy groceries, we had this product, and I'm not going to say the brand, but it was canned meat. It was supposed to last like 10, 15 years. Mm-hmm. Is there any kind of thing? I mean, I'm like not trying to fucking sell products or anything, but have you heard anything about like actual shelf lives of these things? I'm just really talking to the prepper side of what I know about you, but like, does that sound weird to you? Is that because I don't think the science works? Like, meat isn't supposed to last that long.
Dude.
What?
That's spam though. This was like pulled pork and like chicken and beef, like ground beef.
Yeah, that's weird.
Was it dehydrated?
No, it was just in water and salt, bro.
Huh.
Canned.
Well, I know there is ways to preserve it. I haven't really gotten deep into it, but I don't know how long they would last. I know there's a thing. I know the Native Americans used to eat was pemmican, and it was meat with fat and like berries and stuff. They would compress it and like dehydrate it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No shit.
I've always wanted to try that.
Oh yeah.
I have too. I have recipes. I just haven't had the guts to make it. So
that's cool.
But I know a lot of these newer ones, and they're the dehydrated, and they're supposed to last like 25 years.
Oh,
damn, that's so crazy.
And you just add water, and I can kind of attest to it a little bit because in the military early on we had some older MREs.
Yeah,
and a lot of the fruit and stuff was all dehydrated, and we just ate it, and drink water with it. But
meals ready to eat.
Yeah,
and the astronauts. I like the astronaut ice cream. The
dehydrated it was just like that.
It's so good. I love that
shit. Yeah, it was just like that.
I still go to like NASA in Houston as a 33-year-old man, and I'm like, I want to get the ice cream. I'm standing in line for it. I got like 8 packages in my hand. Like, those are $15 a piece, right? I do actually. Yes, I do. I'm at NASA right now.
It costs like 10 cents to make.
I remember my grandparents went down there and they brought us some up. I was a kid and she brought some up, the dehydrated ice cream. It's
good.
Yep. But yeah, I know I touched on it in our last episode, but you guys might be interested to know. I've talked to my wife, and she's actually, to her credit, she's actually supported me in it, but we're looking at taking I guess some kind of road trip this summer. We're going to shoot down to Roswell and do some stuff down there. Awesome. And we're going to make our way out to Sedona for a few days.
Oh, you got to. Yeah. Have you ever been?
No, I've been over it. I've been around it. I've been up to Flagstaff up there, in Phoenix and all that. I've been all around it, but I've never actually been there.
You're going to love it. Man, it's so awesome. I love that place.
Got to go to Bell Rock?
Bell Rock. And I mean, there's all kinds, but Jocelyn lives right by Cathedral Rock.
Yeah.
Man, like it's just so awesome, dude. The town is so small and quaint. Like you drive right through it. I mean, really? Sedona is past the surroundings. It's gorgeous. It's like when you drive through, like even Flagstaff. I mean, because there's a road that goes down the switchbacks down from Flagstaff into Sedona. And dude, I mean, it's just gorgeous. I mean, you're like in Flagstaff, it's like all these trees, and as you're coming down, then you come into this like little valley, and you drive up into it, and then it's like boom, Sedona. Yeah. Like when me and Ben went, Ben had never been, and it was just like this shitty desert the whole way, and then we make a left turn, and boom, Sedona, like fucking out of nowhere, dude. It's gorgeous. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty up there. I was out there in Phoenix. I want to say in 99. And I was talking to this Air Force refueler, and we got to be pretty good friends for the time I was out there. We was out there for like a month. And he's like, man, I'm going fishing up by Flagstaff this weekend if you want to go. I said, well, hell yeah. I want to go see it. And we saw drove by the airport out there that's on the mesa.
Uh-huh.
Saw planes and stuff taking off out there. And that's as close as I've been to it. But yeah, the scenery up there is gorgeous.
That's awesome. You should hit up Melinda and take a UFO tour, because that's where she's at, and she gives the tours there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. Like I said, we're going to hit Roswell, then we're going to shoot back up, and we're going to see the petrified forest and the petroglyphs out there. I want to go check it out.
Cool.
And then my 5-year-old, he's big into space and asteroids and stuff, so we're going to stop at the meteor crater and let him check it out.
Oh, nice. Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Because that's all like right on the way, just off 540. So,
dude, I mean, because the Lowell Observatory is right there in Flagstaff too, and it's right next to Sedona. Yeah, and the Lowell Observatory has the telescope that the astronauts used to plan the first moon landing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and you can actually look through it. It's awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
But yeah, I was trying to figure out how we're going to cram all this in about a week to 10 days, because we shut down around July 4th, so we're going to shoot out there.
Yeah.
And I told my wife, I said, well, we can Roswell's kind of out of the way, so maybe we can just skip Roswell and just go straight to Sedona. And she's like, well, no. She's like, you want to go out there, and it would be good for your podcast, for pictures and your website and stuff.
Oh,
And,
definitely.
Hell yeah.
she's like, no, you need to go. So
Are y'all
I'm not
gonna-
gonna argue with you. So
You should take a pit stop at the Little Alien. It's like it's like a little hamburger shop in Shakes, and it's like a hotel as well. And you can stay there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they say it's kind of a hot spot, I guess. Jim Goodall said he knew one of the people that used to own that place.
Yeah.
The Little Alien.
Yeah, we was talking about their old friends.
Yeah. Yeah. So y'all should check that out if you'll go to Roswell and tell us how it was, because I want to visit too.
yeah, definitely. I know I talked about it on our last show, and Jess has been down there a few times, and she's like, go see the museum and stuff. The kids will love it. She said, but go out around, away from the town, and drive around. She's like, you get a totally different vibe. She said, you can feel the stuff going on around there.
Yeah.
So
I'll believe
I was
that.
like, well, so yeah, we'll just check it out. And
I stayed in Roswell one time when I was a kid. Well, not a kid. I guess I was like a freshman in college. It's not
I mean, we were kids.
It's kiddish, But some buddies came into my room and they were like, dude, what are you doing this weekend? And we were like, nothing. And they were like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know. They were like, let's go to California. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. I got like $80. Let's do it. Big mistake. But we ended up stopping off in Roswell, and I couldn't believe it. Like, the Coke machines have aliens on them. There's shit painted all over the windows of like every like establishment.
That's what she said.
Yeah, it's quirky, but it's really fun. Like, it's a cool little experience, especially if you have little ones, man. I think they'll love that.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said the little ones will love the gifts. I've got a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old as well.
Oh yeah.
They'll be 6 and 4, by the time we go. But she said the little ones will love like the museums and stuff like that. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
That's gonna be cool, man.
Hell yeah. Dude, I mean, we're talking about going in the spring. I don't know if y'all, maybe we could link up at the same, if we're out there at the same time.
Oh, I know,
Me
right?
and Joe were talking about going out to
that'd be
Sedona.
cool.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, we're looking at the week of July 4th. I got to find out when our shutdown is, because like I said, we normally shut down for a week, and around the 4th of July. So that's when we're kind of planning it.
That's pretty sweet.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I feel like we we went through some paranormal stuff. We went through a couple of your stories. I have a feeling, Phil, and I mean, stop me if I'm incorrect, but like we were on this kind of idea, and I got really excited about it. But like the type of person that feels something strange in the room. Have you ever? Do you talk about that a lot, or have you met any other people that you've really got to talk about this specific thing with? Because I feel like there's something there. Have you ever, I don't know, asked anybody else if they've experienced something like that?
No, not really. I don't know. It just, I've always been like that. Because I can read people really well.
Yeah.
Just pick up off. I've always blamed it off bar rooms, because I pretty much grew up in a bar room with my dad, and
right, yeah,
so I read people. I'm a people watcher, if that makes sense.
Yeah, observer.
Yeah. There is one. It was kind of weird for me. It really did. It weirded me out. We were at a restaurant. It's been several years ago, and this family comes in. It's got an older lady, and man, she is just, you could tell she'd been crying. And I had this urge, just like a gut urge. And it was like this, I was being prompted to go talk to this lady.
Yeah.
And tell her that he's better now.
Oh.
And I'm like, no, it's obvious she was mourning. It was just obvious.
Yeah.
And because she wasn't eating, her family was kind of laughing and giggling, but she was somber and kind of to herself, teary eyed and all that.
Right.
And man, it was just this, like a punch in the guts telling me, go tell her he's okay. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that, Right. And I didn't. So I don't know where it would have went from there, but it wasn't any of my business the way I looked at it, so.
Right. But you definitely felt, you maybe not heard audibly, but you felt that sentence come out. Like it wasn't, maybe it was just your interpretation of the feeling, and that's how you made it into a sentence in your head. Like, hey, he's gonna be okay.
It could have been.
Yeah. So I think, man, like I do. I relate to that a lot because I get a lot of. I try to listen to my intuition, and it's so many damn times I'm wrong. But you know when I am wrong the most is when I'm trying to gamble. When I like I know it's fucked up, but like I always think like, oh, I have such a good intuition because I can read. I feel like I can feel other people's emotions, and I almost like I take other people's emotions in, and I absorb everybody's emotions in the room, and I'm like,
right.
That's just how my brain works. Like I'm looking at all the little micro actions in people's faces and the time it takes for them to answer things, or if they're paying enough attention to the people they came with, and all this shit that's happening subconsciously. But like I try to apply that when I want to, and it never works. But like that idea of like, hey, I felt this, like you were saying, Phil, like you felt the need to walk up to this lady and say something to her because you felt that she was hurting. Like that's something that I think you said at the beginning of the podcast. Everybody has that ability, but not a lot of people put a lot of investment into it.
Right.
Yeah, and I've had a few things in my life that I've definitely heard that thing, and I've said something like it's usually when I've had a few beers and I'm like, hey, I feel like I need to talk to you, and sometimes it works out really beautifully. Like I make a new friend from fucking Australia, and I'm like, dude, best friends for life. But then the other times are like, get the fuck away from me, I don't know you.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Can we just jam for a second?
Yeah. Fuck you, dude. Inside. Oh, okay. He's referencing some. It's kind of a long story, is it not? A long. I got really drunk one night, and I really made I made everybody uncomfortable, including my own band,
dude. So we're getting ready to play a show. It's like a benefit, like a cancer benefit or some shit.
And it's like 10 degrees outside.
It's so cold. Ben gets hammered drunk. Like hammered. We haven't even gone on yet. Ben's like hammered. And we're sound checking on stage, and they're just trying to get the levels. And then they're like, all right, everybody get the fuck off. We're going to chill and play some house music for the next 30 minutes. And Ben stays on stage. He's like, hey, you mind if I just jam for a little bit? Can we all just jam?
No, you guys were still on stage, and I looked at you guys like, hey, you guys are my friends. And you guys were like, no.
That's not that kind of benefit, dude.
In retrospect, you were my best friends because you said no and made me get off stage.
That's very true.
So if you weren't my friends, you would have been like, okay, Ben, make an ass of yourself.
Go for
That's
it.
right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so went to the bathroom, but we were talking about just being intuitive in a way, and I don't know, different scenarios. Phil, I know we've had you for like an hour, dude. I know you got some shit to do. I don't know if you planned on talking to us this long. I feel like that's like
cool, man.
This is like the episode. I feel like this has been amazing so far.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, no worries, man.
That's good. I mean, we our people canceled, so it's like, what else?
We're a little unprepared, I guess you could say.
That's what I'm. Yeah,
yeah, dude. So I mean, dude, you know what I was thinking? Like, so your podcast and our podcast should do like a combined cool show.
Yeah. I don't know if Williams talked to you guys about it or not. I was kind of chatting with him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking, he and I were talking. I said, you know, it'd be cool if like milestone episodes, we all got together on one show.
Holy shit.
Dude.
Yes.
Like, we're closing in on 25, so that'd be like a milestone for us. And just have you guys and the Band of Bearded Brother guys on there, and just have everybody on and just
we'd love
shoot the shit.
And we could call it, what if tomorrow the Band of Bearded Brothers had a UFO Garage?
Hell yes.
Hell yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Dude, that's really good. Yes. That would be
But yeah,
so sick. I'd love to do that, dude, for sure.
Yeah, that'd be
Set
awesome.
that up and let's do it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's amazing.
We're working through some issues. We're still trying to figure out how to do the whole Skype thing, and I'm finally getting our equipment and stuff upgraded a little bit.
Cool.
Our last episode we actually did with our new audio interface and all that good stuff, because we didn't have one. We were just running USB mics into my computer, and so we're still kind of figuring that out. And
I think I sent you like some kind of podcast package at one point or something.
I have to look, dude. I don't remember.
I've been curious. So you're setting it up, man. We just got new microphones.
Microphones
so we're
today.
Yeah.
checking them out.
We're going to see what it sounds like.
See what it sounds like. I see what it sounds like. Yeah, but I'm excited to see where you guys' show. I mean, your guys' audio is awesome. So whatever y'all are using, it's working.
Yeah,
really
those
well.
USB mics are pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I upgraded to the XLR mics, and I like the sound off the last show with them. So,
Hell yeah.
Nice.
So it's the same brand that I was using with the USB. So I was kind of familiar with it, so I went with it.
Hell yeah.
And so we'll just see where it goes.
That's awesome, man.
Man, so you guys have I don't know if you can give us like a little preview, but I mean, do you have what's some upcoming What If Tomorrow
Halloween
shows? I mean, I know you got the Halloween one, but
do some plugs.
But you said you do like what, like two? You pre-record them and then you release them every week, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're smart.
I know.
We should do that.
We're not running around like crazy, like, oh fuck, what are we gonna do? They cancel.
We've got probably about a year's worth of shows lined out.
Whoa!
When can we be on your show?
Oh my gosh!
But I mean, it covers everything. I mean, we're all over the place. We don't have one specific topic that we cover. Like I said, our next episode we're going to record Sunday, but the way the weather's been, I'm going to have to work Sunday, so I don't know that it's going to work.
Yeah.
So it may be next weekend that we get to do it. But the next episode we're looking at the what if, asteroid impacts.
Right.
What to do, kind of, if there's anything you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
then and right now we really haven't talked a lot about it, honestly, because everything's been so hectic. But we're not exactly sure what our next show is going to be after that. We'll probably just talk to work together out where I work, and we'll just kind of chat here and there and make a decision and roll with it and start doing research for it. So
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hell
That'd be cool.
Uh,
I was thinking about y'all's podcast, and I was thinking, what if currently, right? What if a government didn't exist? What would a society be like? Do you think? How would people interact with each other? I would like to hear an episode like, what if tomorrow
Mad Max.
the government just fell and we had to rely on each other? What do you think would happen?
right.
I would love to hear an episode like that.
We've got like another guy has suggested like a post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah,
We've
what do you
got
do about bartering and currency? I'd be interested in that aspect.
Yeah.
What if?
Well, I think from the get-go, food, toilet paper, I mean, tangible goods, anything people would need, or, to even be a little bit comfortable. Toilet paper. I mean, you don't realize, nobody realized how much they took it for granted.
I mean, I'm an air dryer, so I didn't really.
But I kind of want to go into this a little bit. I guess, when you're like society, like as a whole, like we're so, we're very comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like we're very comfortable. Obviously, you would need like the food and the water and all this
We
and
need
that, right?
AC.
Okay, so this is kind of where I'm going with it. You know how they talk about, Graham Hancock says we're just a civilization with amnesia. Possibly we were super advanced at some point and then something happened and maybe like the smart people died and like we couldn't figure it out and it took us thousands of years to get back to where we are now. Do you think where the ancients were compared to where we are, do you think they were in a better spot? Or if something were to happen now, do you think we would be in a better spot?
Oh.
I think they were in a better spot, honestly.
I feel that way too.
Because if you think about it, nobody knows where our food comes from.
Right.
Unless you're out hunting or if you're a rancher or a farmer or something like that. People think, hey, I'm going to go, like the meme, what is it? The lady's griping about, why do you guys have to, kill your cows and stuff when you go to the store and buy the meat?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, people don't realize where it comes from. Plus,
those people
if they know where it comes from, they don't know how to process it. They don't know how to get that meat off the cow or whatever. People don't know how to grow their own food. They don't know how to process their own food. And I think that's a huge, huge mistake.
Yeah, I agree.
Even, and really it's recent, in the big scheme of things, because all the way up to World War II and shortly after, people didn't go to the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like 1950 was like, man, it's weird that less people are decapitating their own chickens. Like that was like a sentence that was said for the first time.
Yeah, dude, like we're in our 30s, right? And our grandparents know all of that shit.
Yeah.
Our parents
Absolutely.
know half of that shit.
Right.
And then we know like
none of that shit.
Like eggs come from chickens.
I mean,
Right.
Well, we grew up in farm towns. I mean, we all, even you, Phil, we all grew up in like small towns.
I've dressed a deer.
So we have that knowledge, but like I really do feel bad for like real city people
Absolutely.
who have never encountered anything like that, right?
Yeah, it would be in my logic and everything that I've read, if something bad were to happen where society would collapse, the people in the cities would all, figuratively and literally would probably eat themselves.
Tear each other apart.
Yeah.
So topically, there's a new show on Netflix called Bert Kreischer in the Cabin or something like that.
Love that damn show. It's so funny.
Love it so much. But that first episode, they have this emu. So Phil, if you don't know about this, have you heard about this show yet?
No, I don't watch a lot of TV.
Okay, well,
I don't have time. So
yeah, no worries, dude. I have a lot of time.
I just finally finished up season 2 of The Boys, and that's because I've been off for a couple of days.
Such a great show.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah. But okay, all right. So Bert Kreischer in the Cabin or something like that.
Yeah.
They have this emu delivered because it's like this exotic meat, right? And they have it's not a butchered emu. It's a fucking folded emu in a ice chest.
Oh,
and they unfold this live, like feathers on everything, and they get it on this fucking beer bong table, and they try to quote unquote butcher it, and they grab
He used a chainsaw.
And like Bert almost like cuts himself, and like they have no clue. And this is like a 45-year-old man that does not know how a bird. Okay,
the anatomy.
I get that it's a big bird, but it's the same bones. You cut right at the joint.
Yeah, it seemed like it'd be easier almost.
You would think.
Yeah. But it really, I'm just kind of tying that in to that idea that no one knows what they would do, even if they caught a chicken.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think Hank Williams Jr. said, I can skin a buck and I can run a trout line. The country boy will survive, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
And then there's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah, I mean, in the modern era, that's some like stupid hick shit when you could just go to the store, right? But if the modern era were to fail tomorrow, that's not stupid hick shit anymore, right? That's actual life. I mean, that's how you live. That's what you're going to have to do for the next 5 years until I mean, here in Texas we got HEB, so they'll be up and running in like 2 months after the apocalypse. HEB will be sending fucking 18-wheelers like all over the state of Texas because they're heroes in our state. But other than that, dude, I mean, everywhere else, I mean, there's gonna be like major problems, and that is a very scary thought.
When did it become a faux pas to have knowledge of ancient techniques? When did that happen?
I don't know, man.
Like it became derogatory to be a quote unquote redneck.
I think when the dishwasher came about, probably. Indoor plumbing, all these like conveniences
Vacuums,
that we just take for granted, like Phil was saying, they got floors now. And like, it's like these modern conveniences, it's so easy to just forget about it, right? Like sometimes, like, growing up in the country, like I forget that I know how to go fishing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then I think about these situations, it's like, whoa, shit. I'm glad I know how to like where to look for worms other than a gas station, or like what other types of bait will work, or like where these fish are, like it's strange, but at the same time, like, yeah, I can see why, like more city type people would be like put off by the idea, but at the same time, dude, it's like when it's wild versus wild, you got to be wild,
Yeah. Mark and I have kind of touched on it a couple times on the show. And when it comes to like in the cities, because I truly believe if or when it happens, it's going to be chaos. Your convicts, your criminals and crap like that are going to be the ones that come out on top, because that's the life they live.
Yeah. Yeah.
They live a hard life. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, because you could even see just the beginning of it, like when the COVID stuff hit, and all the toilet paper was out. People didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
like that dude that bought like $100,000 worth of sanitizer.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I mean, personally, I didn't take a shit for 2 weeks, so I didn't have to use any toilet paper.
And again, I'm an air dryer, so I don't use toilet.
But dude, I mean, something as simple as that, dude. Like, if society were to collapse, toilet paper, people will die over toilet paper.
Like they will fight over.
They will fight over that. Absolutely. I mean, even simplest things like, I mean, I even thought about it like, having a new baby. It's like, holy shit, can you imagine? Like the modern way of taking care of a baby is so different than like, your earlier years. I mean, we're talking like within the past 20 years, parenting has become like just completely different. Because I was like reading some old parenting books, and then like my wife got some new ones like on like Amazon and shit, and it was like, whoa, like that old book that I had, like there's none of that in this new book. Like, what do you, And it would be a very scary situation. Absolutely. Yeah. Everything. No phone, no communication. Like,
what do you do without diapers, man?
I'm worried about like how would we like contact guests for the podcast? Like it would be bad.
Yeah. I mean, people are so reliant on technology now, man. It just that in itself, I think, would collapse everything if the internet went down worldwide or whatever.
I think people would legitimately lose their minds. Like, I think people would go crazy, like evil crazy, because they couldn't check their phone or like, just stream a movie really fast. People would lose their minds.
Oh yeah. I mean, my oldest son, he's 20. He just turned 20, and he don't remember a time without DVDs or Netflix or what have you. I mean, it's crazy to think about. When I think about how old I am and how old he is, and what he has seen in his lifetime, and the 20 years he's been alive, on how fast everything has advanced. Then you get guys like us that were born in the late 70s to 80s.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot different. And then I think back to my mom, she was born in the 40s. What has she seen in her lifetime?
Oh man, I know. Like, yeah, I mean, it's like 87. I was born in 87. Ben, you were like, what, 90? 89? Yeah. So, like, dude, I mean, just going back to even our childhood of like, I remember the first time somebody showed me a CD. I remember the first time, like, somebody told me, hey, I got my own line in my room, like, for my phone.
Right. Yes.
I got my own line. Like, that's nuts. And then I think back even further to, like, like my grandparents, and it's like, dude, y'all didn't have electricity. Like, your TV.
My grandparents, they lived in a neighborhood, and four of their neighbors and them all shared a phone line.
That's nuts.
So if your neighbor was on the phone for 4 hours, you'd be really pissed off at that neighbor the next day.
Yeah, that was that whole party line thing.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yep. You know about it.
I mean, I grew up without a phone. My dad hated it. He said the damn thing rings all the time, especially when you're trying to eat dinner or whatever. He said, so we're getting rid of it.
How did you
So I
order
didn't have
pizza?
a phone growing up. We didn't. I mean,
But
the nearest town was probably like 7 miles away. I grew up in a town called Liberty, and Coffeyville was the closest town.
Yeah.
Well, that was long distance at the time.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
And, so my dad's like, the hell with it. My oldest brother, he was in the Navy, and he actually had the phone put in so he could call home.
Okay.
And, my dad's like, no, the damn thing rings at the most inopportune time, so we're getting rid of the damn thing.
Yeah, it's either like, I feel like it hasn't changed. It's 6:30 to 8. So like, I eat between 6:30 and 8 every single day. Who doesn't? I mean, do people eat at 5? Some people eat at 5. But like, those are the times that they know you're not at work, and then it's like they pick the one time you're gonna be not wanting a phone call.
Right.
Oh man, bless their souls. The people that have been cold callers before, though, like they're people too. They're people too, right? They're just trying to make that money.
This was all before caller ID too, So
yeah, you had to answer it to know who it was.
Yeah,
You're hoping like I've been waiting to hear back from the lotto.
right.
Oh man, dude, I remember that too. My parents got caller ID for the first time. Like, they were like, this is the greatest thing ever. I know exactly who's calling.
Right.
You press star 69 and you could.
Yeah.
We used to prank call people all the time, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
Nope, not anymore,
Does
man.
star 69 not work anymore?
They had to have taken that away. That was established with the Bell Company, was it not?
Bro, I think it's the worst.
And then they took it away.
I bet I can prank call you right
It's
now.
no longer Southwestern Bell.
Those are the people that made the phone book, right? Southwestern Bell.
Alexander Bell.
Oh,
Graham.
is that why?
Graham, yeah, Bell, the phone guy.
Oh,
It was named after him.
Alexander.
Bell Company.
Fucking love that, dude. Hell yeah.
Hit you with a little knowledge, bro.
Damn, dog. That's what's up. Thanks for that.
Yes.
Phil, what kind of knowledge do you have about the phone company?
About what? I'm sorry?
About the phone company.
Nothing. Not a damn thing.
Dude, well, man, I know we're getting on an hour and a half, and we didn't even plan for this, so I hope you're not ready. Are you in the middle of dinner right now? Are we talking to you during dinner right now?
Did we call you?
Actually, I brought it home. I just haven't ate yet. So,
right. Well, dude, we'll let you go. Man, this was so awesome,
Thank
dude.
you so much.
yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you guys
man.
Oh no, that would be the time that you cut out. Try.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yep, I can hear you now. There you go.
Okay, I moved. Yeah, you guys will definitely have to come on the show when we get everything lined out, and we'll just carry on the conversation from there.
Yeah, we got to do the roundtable with you and Bob and us. That would be hilarious.
Absolutely. I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome, man. Well, hey, man, once again, thank you so much for coming on the show. I want to give you an opportunity to plug your show one more time before you get off the phone, man. So tell the people what's up.
Yeah, just come check us out. We usually download we usually go live every Tuesday. What If Tomorrow podcast. You guys check us out if you haven't already. I think we're all kind of on the same vibe with you guys and a band of bigger brothers. We're just having conversation and talking trash and all that good stuff. Hopefully you learn something, and if you don't, well, that's on you. So
Awesome, man. Awesome, man.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
hey, dude, it was so great talking to you tonight, man.
yeah, absolutely.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you later, all right?
All right, man. You guys have a good night.
All right, you
All
too, man.
right,
Peace.
bye.
All right. Yep. Bye.
Cool, man.
I gotta pee.
You got to pee?
Yeah, I want to piss.
All right. Well, hey, I'm gonna tell everybody about the Redeemer giveaway that we got. Hey, let me see that little gift package right there. I mean, you won't get the video done for another month and a half, so like the giveaway will be over by then. But I'm gonna show everybody anyways. All right, here we go. So hey guys, we're gonna post a giveaway tomorrow. It's gonna be right by Redeemer Small Batch CBD company, and they're gonna be giving away this little gift package. I'm going to pull some stuff out. If you're just listening, well, then listen up. But if you're watching it as well, and it's still kind of within the time frame, here we go. So here we go. We got some pre-rolls for you. We got 3 Redeemer small batch pre-rolls. They got some cool kick-ass little stickers in here. We got the capsules. We got 25 milligram. There's a sample pack of 5 capsules in here. And then we got the drops. Man, these drops are dope. I love them. There's 300 milligrams in here. Let's see. What is it? 300 milligrams. Check it out. That oil's sick. I love that stuff. And then, Redeemer's also coming out with a new balm. And the balm... smells delicious, and it's pretty sick. It's not all oily and shit, but like if you have arthritis, or even if you don't have arthritis, but you're like, I don't like putting lotion on because it's a little sticky, this balm is dope. I love it. And then we got this sweet ass hip mask, and it's in a package. And then also we're gonna be giving away UFO Garage stickers and a UFO Garage t-shirt. So you're gonna get the oil, you're gonna get the hip mask, you're gonna get the pre-rolls, and you're gonna get the stickers, and then you're gonna get a UFO Garage sticker and a UFO Garage t-shirt.
And there's weed in it, man.
And the oil. Don't forget the oils. Yeah. So we're gonna be posting that tomorrow on the page. And if you you haven't opened, it was wrapped in that Popeyes bag, right? I know, it's gorgeous. It's awesome.
All the stickers, dude. Shit.
Yep. So we'll have it up on the go to UFO Garage Podcast group.
All right,
join the group, and you'll be able to see it on there. So whenever you go there, if you like it and you share it and you comment on it, you're going to be entered for a drawing to win this free gift box.
Box. Bailey was hoping that people would like both the Redeemer page,
okay,
and our page. Well, at least
our page
like
and the Redeemer
page. Yeah.
Okay.
So
cool.
Apparently, she has a way to track that where she knows like who likes their page, and then our page, and then comments on it or whatever.
All right.
I mean, I feel like the comment should just be like, beep beep. You know,
skadoogie, skid, or see. Hey,
hi, what?
Hey, hut. Now we're doing that. I'm gonna tell you something.
Hut.
I'm putting that old 93 in the pickup truck, and that bitch rides like a rocket ship now.
Oh, really now?
Yeah.
You put that 93 what now?
It's premium gas.
You talking about that gasoline?
Gasoline premium.
Oh, damn. That's some vintage 93 vintage gasoline.
It's modern.
But it is gasoline.
Because I got it today.
Made in the
I got to put this back in the box. But
We're
yeah,
just
dude.
touching everything in there. All right, we got to get a new box. We've touched literally fucking everything.
Yeah. So don't forget to check it out tomorrow.
I saw that shit.
Like the Redeemer Small Batch page, like the UFO Garage Podcast page. Comment and share, and you're entered into the free gift box.
Yeah. And you know what's cool about it is that it's awesome stuff.
Yeah.
We smoked that CB doobie before.
We did smoke a CB doobie before this one.
I mean, I don't know what was in there, but
bro, Redeemer goes hard, bro.
yeah, dude, that was legit.
Redeemer goes hard.
Legit, dude. I'm not saying it got me high, but I don't know. I felt something.
I'm not saying it got me high, but
I felt like goofy and like just relaxed. I don't know.
you feel good, man. That's what it's supposed to do. That's what it's here for. It's kind of like an Andy's toy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're here for Andy when he needs you. You know, that's what your CBD is. CBD is here for you when you need it.
Love that,
you know?
dude.
Yeah.
Any
So-
Toy Story reference, I'm a big fan.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. I'm
the-
Woody.
That is not Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
That's a shark. When he pops out of the chest, he's like, howdy, howdy, howdy.
That was like a deep,
I'm Sheriff Woody.
That was a deep. Oh shit. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. That was good stuff, man. I really enjoyed talking to Phil.
Dude.
I'm excited to do the What If Tomorrow, the band of Bearded Brothers had a UFO Garage podcast.
That would be so much fun.
Yes. We got to do like a big deal. Like, we should make like a artwork for it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
It'll only take me 5 months. I'm so slow.
Oh, dude. So I was thinking, what if we have the UFO Impala, right?
Yes, and all of us are. Am
We're
I getting ahead of
we're,
that?
we're sitting inside of it,
Okay.
right? And
Who's driving?
And we're going from yesterday to tomorrow. It's like half sunlight and half nighttime, and we're all flying in the UFO garage. And then like down in the corner, we have like the garage itself, and that's where we're going.
Oh shit! Love that, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, love that.
We should do it.
That's awesome.
Sick.
Or like we're like hovering over the earth and we see little drop pins of where we are. So one drop pin is in Austin, and
Yes.
one drop pin is where Will and Micah, and one where Phil and
Mark.
Mark.
I think so.
Are.
Yeah.
So like you see everybody, but we're like the trajectory is like a dotted line that goes towards the garage, dude.
Sick. I love it.
Because like the vessel of the podcast, and metaphorically speaking, is a 64 Impala.
Absolutely.
So I mean, I just love that,
Yeah. Let's do it.
dude.
Hell yeah,
bro.
man. Well, you got anything else?
No, dude, I think we're good. What do you think about the new microphone setup with
Dude,
the arm?
I like it.
We don't
man.
have a bunch
You
of
know
like
what I'm saying?
things in our way. We
I
can
have
like
this circle thing on my face.
yeah, we can like move.
It's like the
around.
same size of my face.
Yeah, man.
I like it. I like
dude,
it.
It's good.
This chair squeaks a little bit.
That chair is very fucking.
I almost lost it. Phil, if you're listening, I apologize. If
I
you
saw
see the
you.
video, it's
I
because
saw you.
it's because we kept hearing this chair squeak, and it's like it's new. It threw me off, and it made me laugh, and so I had to get off to the
was, like,
side
early
a little bit. Yeah, dude. So yeah. Anyways,
Yeah,
but-
dude.
All right,
Thanks,
dude.
Philip Knight, for being a part of the podcast tonight. Being
Absolutely.
our guest. That was awesome, man.
That was cool, man. Hell yeah. I'm
Yo.
excited to talk to all those guys now.
Yeah, make sure to check out What If Tomorrow podcast. It's on everything, really. Apple, Spotify, iHeart, Spank Media, Splooge and Scooge.
Pornhub.
.com, Pornhub. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
So check it out.
All right. This was another episode of UFO Garage. Talk to you next time. Peace.